Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hema Shailabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatam Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatam Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Hari Om. A very warm welcome to all of you. Yesterday, we said so many things about Ramayan. How much ever we talk about it, it seems so less. You know, there are few more small things which are very important. I cannot but restrain myself. I will say a few more points which are there, and then we will go to knowing a small part of Ramchandraji in this introduction. Why small part? Because all through Ramayana we are going to talk of Ramchandraji only. But a small, very beautiful aspect of Rama we will see, and then get into the Mukhya Rama Katha. Yesterday we said about Ramayan, point number 1, Rama or Ramayan is indeed a history. Point number 2, it is also a itihasa. Why is it called itihasa? Because it is the story of the divine. It is a story of Bhagavan. Avatar Purusha Sri Rama is none other than Mahavishnu. Therefore, it is a divine story. And we also mentioned, it is a book of instructions, Upadesha Grantha. Along with that, it is also a book with demonstration. Demonstration is very important because only then we can connect ourselves to that. How many times we have seen, we are able to connect with some people and we are not able to connect with certain people. There is some frequency match, isn't it? Similarly, Ramayan, everybody is able to connect. Why? That is the glory of Ramayan, because it talks of Bhagavad Leela. 1. 2. It also gives us the direction as to how we should live. Therefore, it is a book of demonstration. Then, it also, most important, Ramakatha, Ramayan, or even Mahabharat or Bhagavatam, all these granthas, Itihasa, Puranabhyam, Vedartham Upabrahmayet, the essence of Vedanta is given. Vedanta, which are book of instructions, is demonstrated in Ramayana, no doubt, but it is not diluted. We should not misunderstand. I have seen some people who think Ramayana is not a very high level text. It is Rama Katha. It talks about Laukika Jivana. It talks about so many other stories. Therefore, Rama is all at the lower level. 1 notch or 2 notches below Vedanta. Vedanta is everything. Other than Vedanta, there is true Vedanta is everything. But friends, as long as your mind is functioning, as long as there is ahankara in you, Ramayana is the best grantha. Through Ramayan, when we purify our mind, through Ramayan, when we become humble, through Ramayan, when we become introvert, through Ramayan, when our mind becomes amanaha, meaning what? Quietened. At that time, Vedanta makes sense. Otherwise, we are parrots taking some statements from Vedanta, taking some phrases from Vedanta and quoting it high. Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, Tattvamasi. All Mahavakyas we may quote, or we can quote all Upanishad Vakya. But unless and until our mind is quiet, granthas like Ramayan alone will take us to that supreme. It is very much required. 1. 2. In Ramayan, who said there is no Vedanta? In Ramayan, who claims that there is no Brahmajnana? In Ramayan, who says it is lower? Essence of Vedanta plus all that which is required for us to reach there, everything is beautifully packed in Ramayan. Think. A few examples, I will only list them because we are going to see them in and through. What is essence of Vedanta? Essence of Vedanta is primarily guiding you and me at the relative level towards the absolute. There are only 2 things. 1, absolute Brahman. Tadanyat sarvam mithya, it is said. From which standpoint? From the absolute standpoint. We cannot, you and I cannot say, oh, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, all this Jagat is Mithya. If we tell like that, we are hypocrites. Being in the world, working in the world, having the individuality intact with us, having the identification with the body, mind and intellect, when I, the individual ego, when this mind says Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, it is a hypocrite. We have not raised ourselves to that extent. Jivan Mukta Purushas may say. Think. It might sound a little harsh, but then this is the truth. Very many people take shelter in such high statements and call all other things are all very, very mediocre. They are all lower. I am a very highly advanced seeker. Huh? Please note, there are only two levels, absolute and relative. In relative, everything is relative. Understand this very clearly. And in relative, identifying with the pluralistic world, in this relative reality, there is no hierarchy. That is also one more, mind fooling itself. In Vedanta Shravana, in Vedanta Jnana, there are only two, absolute, relative. If you have the body, mind and intellect, you are at the relative level. Period. Then there is again a very important point. If I am physically oriented, Karma Yoga is prescribed by the Shastra. If I am a very emotional person, Bhakti Yoga is prescribed by the Shastra. If I am an intellectual person, if I claim that I am a Buddhiman, I am a great intellectual person, yes, Jnana Yoga is prescribed. So, based on what kind of a person we are, what is our quality and texture of thoughts that we entertained, which is our connect, according to that connect, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, all these are prescribed according to the person. No doubt, Jnana Deva tu Kaivalyam, Jnanam Eva Margaha. It is very important. Jnana Deva tu Kaivalyam. The ultimate leap is Jnanam. We should not misunderstand here, please, very clearly understand. Jnanam alone can take us, but to gain that Jnanam, I must be a deserving student. I must be an adhikari. Think, Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mumukshutvam. These are four very important eligibilities. Viveka, ability to discriminate between right and wrong. Vairagya, ability to connect to the higher and have less priorities to the lower world. Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam, Shat Sampatti. These are all things which we must possess. And finally, Mumukshutvam, the extreme desire to gain the knowledge of the Supreme alone, and nothing else in the world is a priority. Sadhana Chatushtayam, it is called. Unless we gain all of them and move forward, then we have to surrender at the feet of the Guru and serve the Guru. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha, it is said. Tad vidhi, learn that supreme knowledge. How? Pranipatena pariprashnena. First pranipatena. Surrender at the feet of the Lord, of the Guru. And when the Guru says, you are matured enough to ask a question. Please understand this clearly. We people go to the Guru and as though a Guru is meant to answer my question. Oh Guru, answer this. Oh Guru, do this. Oh Guru, do that. Hi Ram. I must become matured internally. We think Guru are all people who will do whatever we tell him to do. Why is he a Guru? He is a Guru because he has to teach. Teach me. Tell me. I think a student must gain the eligibility through surrender. And when the teacher, when the Guru deems the student fit enough, then he may ask the student, what? You may ask a question. Then the student may ask a question. This is the parampara. The Guru Shishya parampara is royally misunderstood in these days, please. When I have to come to deserve, for which lot of preparations are required, lot of exercises are required, lot of sadhanas are required in terms of karma, in terms of bhakti, in terms of dhyana, in terms of yoga. All these I have to practice properly and I have to mature enough to become an eligible, deserving student. Think. Karma, bhakti, dhyana, jnana, all these are very integral part of a student. And this is what is the essence of Vedanta also. It not only teaches karma, bhakti, jnana, it teaches, you will find in this Ramayan, for example, all these are beautifully presented. Sahitya plays a vital role. Sahitya, the way it is presented. Kavana, in poetic form. For example, Tulsi Ramayan, which we are going to take, is so beautiful, so beautiful. You will see it. You will fall in love with chanting itself. In fact, most of the people love chanting more. Like I said on the other day, you go to the north, everybody chants. Of course, they chant, they have their own tunes. But even the same thing can be beautifully chanted in different ragas. And the poetic, no words can express the glory of the poetry. Kavana. And what to talk of Katha? The story is so very interesting. Don't we all love stories? We say children only like. It is not so, please. Every one of us loves stories. In fact, how do I confirm that we all love stories? We all love to hear others' story, isn't not? Kanana kundala kunchita kesa, it is said in Ramayan. Prabhu charitra sunibeko rasiya. He wants to listen only to Prabhu charitra. All of us want to listen to all others' charitra. So are we not interested in stories? Think. What did he do? What is he doing? Why did she do this? Why can't he do this? We start dictating terms to others. What should others do? And people dictate terms to Guru also. Think. So stories we love. By and large stories we love. And here it is Bhagavan's Katha. And Bhagavan's Katha is very attractive. very absorbing. Once you get inside, it is so difficult for us to get out. I remember during that time, Ramanand Sagar's Ramayan time, we were all so engrossed. In fact, all of us, my father, mother, my sisters, and some neighbors also who did not have TV, they used to come. We would say, come, everybody come. Our hall would be full of people, honestly. All of us, such noisy people, they realized that they could also be silent. When? After the class. We were so involved. We were so indulged, engrossed. We used to say, he is already inside the TV. And at the moment, Mangal Bhavan, at the end, when it comes, why did he have to stop? Can't he continue at least for another 1 hour? Do you understand? That is the glory of Katha. Everyone wants to enjoy Katha. Small children want to listen to Katha and go to sleep. Is it not? But they want Katha. And our elderly people, they used to give lot of Kathas of what? Puranas, Itihasas, Bhagavatam, Krishnan Katha. This is a past tense. These days, no, our current generations, they don't have time to say Katha and things like that. They will give the child one mobile and say, you play with it and sleep. How irresponsible parents can they be? How foolish can they be? Naturally, this is the country which is now having so much of chaos. Why? Because that, samskaras are not being given today. Please, don't spoil the children. Parents, please listen to the Katha and tell the children such wonderful Kathas are available which will instill values, which will instill that glory of our Sanatana Dharma. Tell them those stories. Please, this is my humble request. Coming back, everybody wants to love Katha, everybody loves Katha, and therefore Katha is a very beautiful medium of instruction. Right? And then, not only that, look at this very interesting part. Ramayan is such a grantha, it teaches you everything. You want sociology, it is available. You want economics, it is available. You want culture, it is available. You want to talk of religion, it is available. Psychology, of course, yes. Think. Rajaniti, Rananiti, warfare, everything. Why? Confusionology. I don't know if there is a word like that. If you want to know what is confusing others, understand, it is also there. Manthara, how beautifully she confused Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi was such a mother who would love Ram more than her own child, Bharata. Isn't it? More than Bharata she would love Ram if she had to turn. Who did the magic there? Who confused her? Manthara. Confusionology also is available. Everything is available. If somebody asks you, what is there in Ramayan? You can definitely ask, what is not there in Ramayan? Everything is there. And mainly, it gives us the knowledge and shows us the path. Not only jnana, vairagya, ityadi, but it also shows us the path to moksha. And tell me something. What is the purpose of human life? Take birth, play for some years, go to school, Study, go to college, study, get one degree, get some job, and some job you get once you get confirmed job. Confirmation is going. Then dum dum dum. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go on struggling with the children, and the children grows up and they give so much of pain to parents these days, isn't it? There are people who even kill the parent for the sake of property. Such a children, you only have to struggle and raise them. And then the children get married, and once they get married, kahani khatam nahi hui. What is that? These days that slogan is there. Picture baki hai. It starts done. Then what happens? Then the son and the daughter-in-law go separate. And the old father, old mother live alone. Again, lifelong pain, suffering. Think. And ask their son, life is settled, Swamiji. Very good. My son's life is settled initially. When he got a job, when he got married, Abba, my son's life is settled, Swamiji. Now there is no problem for me. Some people, very interesting, I'll tell you a very interesting joke. We used to tell, we want some volunteers. Somebody, please come. They would say, Swamiji, few days, I will get retired. My son is settled. Settled meaning what? He can no more grow any further. Think, settled. I will come full time for you. Nobody has come till date. Think. Is this all life? Then die. Then what? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam, iha samsare bahudustare. Why come again? Therefore, what should I do? Prepare myself to take the last leap. What is the last leap? Get out of this cycle of samsara. Get out of this rebirth mechanisms. And then reach the supreme to remain there for eternity. And then, in fact, for eternity meaning what? Beyond time. Think. For that, path is given in Ramayan. It shows us the opportunities. It shows us the methods by which I can get out of the cycle of samsara. Therefore, all these are. Is that all? Ramayan also gives us management science. You name any management, it is available in Ramayan. There is a very beautiful story. I have 2 minutes. I will complete that and then conclude today. Some father, son, granddaughter, and then 2 children. They had to go to some place. So son purchased the ticket and then they went to the railway station. The father sat there because the train had not yet come. So he sat with the luggage. Generally they are all cloakroom person. All elderly people will be made to sit around around them will be the luggage, and these people will go on running everywhere. The old father was sitting and he was reading. He took out his Ramayan and he was reading Ramayan. The children were running here and there. The son was getting very tense. Hey, come here, don't go there. Hey, come here. And then he was shouting at him, can't you look after that boy? I will look after this girl. He was very tensed. Then the train came. Everybody came running to get into the train. Then he fought with everybody, pushed with luggage, everything, and went inside, and then dragged the father also, and then he went inside and sat down. The train just started and he found that his wife is not seen. And the Father went and sat in his chair and he opened this book and he continued to study Ramayana. This man got wild. I am searching for my wife and you are reading Ramayana. What is there in Ramayana? Can Ramayana help you? The father said, my son, in case you had listened to or read Ramayana, this situation would not have come. By the time that lady also came, daughter-in-law came, she must have got into some other compartment and from inside she came. Now all are in their seat. At that time the father says, when Ramchandraji, Sitaji, Lakshmanji and Guha, when they were to cross the river, when the boatman Kevat, when he came there, Rama did not jump inside first. He first made Sita carefully get into the boat and sit properly. And then only Rama went inside. If you had understood this, you would have first put your wife inside the train and then you would have got in. Think. Ramayana can give us such simple knowledge also. At the same time, it can give us the highest knowledge of Brahma Vidya. This is the glory of Ramayana. How to manage time, how to manage situation, how to manage everything. And you will find in Ramayana every value and every vice also. Both are presented. And both have got role models. Think. Thereby we will be able to gain what is our path. What is our goal. Having thus read Ramayana, understanding Ramayana, I had mentioned GPS, God Positioning System. GPS will show you the way. Even if you miss the way, it won't get angry. It will say, "Theek hai, now you take this path. You have gone left, now you go to the right and again take a right. You will come to the same path." It will keep showing you until you reach the destination. Ramayana will keep giving us the path until we reach the destination. What should I do? Just as in GPS, you just keep the GPS mobile in front of you and follow the GPS. Similarly, quietly follow Ramayana. Surrender yourself to Ramayana. Why? Ramayana has got everything in it, all in one. And you will find one very beautiful day, you will really know who is Rama, what is Rama, who am I? I am that Rama himself. The inner me, not this physical body and stupid mind and irrational intellect. We are not talking of the body, mind and intellect. We are talking of that because of which the body, mind and intellect will function, without which it is a calcium, carbon, phosphorus. Think. We will meet tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.